And welcome back to Southern Indiana Now. We have a great episode in store for you today. We're spending time in Washington County and one of our favorites, Marshall Monuments, as well as visiting different folks from the Jackson County area, including the Chamber. And we have so much more lined up for you today. I want to thank Sean Hildreth, our producer, for making this episode, as well as each and every episode magical. If you would like to check out our show, you can do that online, of course, at southernindiananow.com and all the places you can get a podcast. Also, I want to thank Prosser Career and Education Center for making this broadcast possible. Stay tuned. And we're back on Southern Indiana Now, visiting with a couple of our favorites. We have Aaron Banks with us from the Jackson County Visitor Center, as well as Dan Robeson with the Jackson County Chamber, looking like all sorts of fun things are happening in Southern Indiana. And it starts with this Jackson County Visitor's Guide. So let's talk about this new product and how people can get one and what they can find inside.
Yeah, so for years the Chamber's done like a member directory and had different business advertise in it and stuff. We thought, well, we want to make it cooler than it was, and so we found a new company we wanted to partner with, and we thought, man, let's talk to our friends at the Visitor Center because we collaborate a lot anyway. We're kind of like all pulling the same direction. So Erin and her crew were like, yeah, we'd love to be a part of it and kind of tell the story of Jackson County and our smaller communities out there. So we combined and made it a visitor guide and a community guide. So kind of both of us together telling that same story of our community. And we love it. We have Stephen Wilson Jr. there on the front from Rock the Rhine last year. We thought that was a great picture to put on the front. Yeah. And we're super
I'm sure
happy
he didn't
with
complain.
It. No, we're super happy with the
Probably
product.
not.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it turned out really, really well. I was really glad to be a part of it because print media is kind of a weird one right now, as we all know.
It is,
and the cost has gone up, and it's kind of a tough one. And Dee Smith had gone to, with the Chamber, had gone to a conference or something and met this company and loved the idea and brought back a bunch of samples. And Dee was the driving force behind it. She had really, really wanted this, and she's very good to her members. So we partnered, and for a while we've been working on it, and it's the product we definitely wanted it to be. Yeah. It's a good thing. And it's in the middle is kind of the quality of life stuff, and the rest of it's the Chamber directory, which she did a great job laying out.
Yeah, I love that. So if someone would like to be part of this project for next year, they need to be getting with you now, I'm assuming.
That'll be a good idea.
Yeah, anytime.
Yeah, like today.
If you're in it and you want to do it again, absolutely come back and talk to us about it. If you look at it and you think this is something I need to be a part of, let us know and meet it, because we're, round two.
What the cool thing is, I mean, I don't know if people can see how thick this thing is. There's a lot of stuff happening in Jackson County. And this is everything from basically 0 to 100, all the things that are important to helping our area continue to grow.
Yeah. And you can pick those up at the Chamber office on South Chestnut Street or at the Visitor Center over on Broadway, and then all kinds of businesses all around the county.
Yeah, I know we have some here, so or at the radio station one.
We deliver.
We deliver. Okay, I love it.
We can do it.
All right, fantastic. We'll talk more and dive into the Jackson County Visitor Center as well as the Jackson County Chamber when we return right here on the show. I'm Kelly Trask.
Hi, I'm Emery Jones, Career Education Coordinator at Prosser Career Education Center in New Albany. Are you ready to build your future? At Prosser, you'll explore 29 hands-on, high-wage programs, from aviation to culinary, welding to cybersecurity, all designed to launch real careers or college success. Prosser is located at 4202 Charlestown Road, New Albany, Indiana. Need help? Call our main office at 812-542-8508 or visit your school counselor today to learn more. Prosser, where your future begins.
And we're back on Southern Indiana Now. We're in beautiful Salem, Indiana, visiting with Corey with Marshall Monuments. Brand new location here to serve you. But a lot of things are happening at Marshall Monuments, and this is a good time of year, especially if you need a monument for a loved one, to visit Corey. Corey, let's talk about, you guys are having a kind of a sale at sorts. If you've been putting it off, now's the time to take advantage.
Absolutely. As we head into Memorial Day, we have found ourselves overstocked and ready to make a great deal for you and your loved ones here in Salem, Indiana. Come check out our new showroom at 205 North Main Street. You'll find every selection you would need, from standard stones, upright, flats, bevels, slants, everything's here. We have a back stock at our old location down on Water Street. We have doubled our production space to help the turnaround time. So we're a one-stop shop. I recommend, if you're in the market for a monument for you or your loved ones, definitely come by and check us out and see how we can save you money and make the stone as beautiful and as perfect as possible.
Well, and Corey, I know a lot monuments and memorials are so personal, but they also span the gamut as to what people want. Maybe you just want an urn for, ashes. Maybe you want something elaborate with the fountain. Walk me through, how do you walk through people who might be watching or listening and thinking, I don't even know what I want. Like, what would my loved one want? How do you even start that process?
Kelly, that's a great thought. And the answer is, come and see us. Here at Marshall Monuments, if your budget's $400, that's a beautiful stone. We have stones that range from $400, $4,000, $4 million. If you want a walk-in mausoleum, we can handle that too. Or you need a flat marker footstone to be a companion stone to a veteran marker, which is a very common scenario. We have everything that ranges from flat stones to beveled stones to upright stones, every option that you can imagine. We're a one-stop shop. We are the only monument company left in Southern Indiana that starts the order and finishes the order and is with you start to finish, available the entire time. I'm not just selling you a stone, I'm actually carving your stone. It's personal for me. I want it to be perfect, and that's all that matters. We will work with you from start to finish. Any budget that you have, we offer in-house financing. Whatever works best for you is exactly what we'll do.
Well, and I think about all the different technology now available. They can see your loved one through laser imagery and different things. So let's talk about some of those options that might be little add-ons, little personal things that people might enjoy.
That's really exciting too, to see the scale of monument workmanship. We pride ourselves in being very hands-on, and what that means is Marshall Monuments has existed for 80 years. This company was started in 1946 by Mr. Marshall, and through him and through my apprenticeship with his apprentice, over the last 80 years, we have refined a technique and we have balanced craftsmanship that's hands-on, double processing, shape carving, up to laser engraving, which is a more modern technique where the stone is physically laser engraved, etched into the stone. Portraiture, family portrait, farm scenes, customized scenes, airplane skies, anything you can imagine. And the beauty of Marshall Monuments is that there's no middleman, so you're working with me directly. And that actually saves you money because we're not paying somebody else to do a job that we can do from start to finish. So not only is your monument going to look better than anything else around it, it's going to feel very personal, very customized. And the beauty of our technique is that we can blend an 80-year-old technique and an 80-year-old workmanship and process with traditional carving and shape carving and panels and blend it with modern techniques. It really catches your eye, and it really stands the test of time to see traditional carving techniques blended with modern techniques. No one else can do that.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing in this life, aside from my children, I'll pat myself on the back for, because I love it so much. It's so personal. Every stone that I do is a stone that I feel like I'm doing for somebody that I love. And that should matter to you, because when the stone is there and we've done it, you will feel it, and you will feel the memory of that person. And it is something that's very special that we like to create here for you.
All right, Corey, I know a lot of times people call you after they've had a loved one pass. What about planning for the future? What about going ahead and picking that out and having that done so your loved ones don't have to go through that process of picking out? That way you can kind of just get what you want.
It's true too, and you don't burden your children or your loved ones. You have picked it out, you know that it's special, you know that it matters to you, and you're locking in today's prices. We don't know what tomorrow looks like, but we know what we're working with today.
Yeah.
And it should just kind of check that box and keep on living, and know that your children don't have to worry about it, any other family members aren't burdened by it, and then when that time comes, and it will for all of us, you have picked it out, you have personalized it, and when your family is there to pay their respects and know that you've done that for them, it'll feel really special that this is exactly what she wanted, this is exactly what Dad wanted, and that's so him. And we love that it's here, and you can maybe go back to and think to add vases to it, or you can do a number of things over time, but that's the most important thing is that we offer here at Marshall's, whether the stone is there and it's pre-need. We offer on-site cemetery engraving where we can go back and add the date of passing, add a set of vases, or maybe your mamaw and papaw stone has been there for the last 30 or 40 years and you want us to clean
Upgrade,
it,
yeah.
check it out, upgrade it, do some things that you feel like would be extra special on a special occasion. It's really nice. Anything that sits outside all 4 seasons might just need a tune-up. We want to check the seals, make sure nothing's bumped into it, nothing is shifted, everything is structurally sound, so that it's good for the next generation after us.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, if you want to make sure your loved ones are remembered, remember Marshall Monuments, serving Southern Indiana, Louisville, wherever you need them to go to. They will make sure that your loved ones are memorialized in the way that they would want to. We'll be back right here on Southern Indiana Now. I'm Kelly Trask. Wherever you go, our stations have your music, local news, local sports, and local weather covered. 95.3 WUME brings you today's best hits, along with Paoli sports, local news, and weather. 98.7 WSCZ plays the timeless favorites from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, as well as local weather and Orleans high school sports. And 96.9 WKLO keeps it country with all your favorite classic country hits, plus Corridon and North Harrison high school sports, as well as local news and weather. Your soundtrack for Southern Indiana is found on 95.3 WUME, 98.7 WSEZ, and 96.9 WKLO. And we're back on Southern Indiana Now, talking all things real estate, and that's why we're hanging out in one of the best choices in Southern Indiana with Mark Day at Day Company Realtors in Salem, Indiana. But you have so much more to just buying and selling homes. I mean, there's a lot that happens within these walls. So let's talk about all the different services Day Company has and how different ways people can reach out.
We are a full-service real estate company. We offer, of course, real estate services. We offer appraisal services, and we offer auction services. That could be with personal property, real estate at auction, any kind of direction you want to go. So we can basically cover you in every outlet.
Well, it's perfect because a lot of people are thinking about buying and selling, and you have to know, well, what is even what I have worth? So it makes sense to come here because it really is full circle. You don't have to worry about, I got to call this company over here to get this dollar figure so then I can come work over here. I love that. So tell me a little bit how you got started and how all those pieces came together.
We offer any kind of consultation that you do. It's all free of charge. We're here to help you out. No strings attached. We're not going to charge anything. We just want to get you the best opportunity to market what you want to market, and we don't get paid until you get paid. So that's one great joy about real estate.
Yeah, and so it's commercial and residential, right?
Commercial, residential, vacant land, farms, just about anything. New constructions.
I love that. So are you seeing some trends in certain area? You're seeing a certain type of a price point on houses move? Or are you seeing maybe more property moving than normal, or any trends you'd like to talk about?
There's still a great need for homes. You know, the affordability over the last couple of years has gone up. You know, what used to be affordability was $100,000 to $150,000. You're seeing more homes around that $200,000 range. And the inventory is still kind of lacking in that $200,000 to $300,000 range.
Okay.
So you definitely see $200,000 to $250,000. People are really looking for that. Just looking for good quality homes that are a little bit limited on the market. I still feel like it's somewhat lean towards a seller's market. But the inventory has gotten a little bit better over the last few years.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's kind of a misnomer that people think I need to wait till spring, or I need to wait till, do it now. Because you don't know that buyers are probably looking. You don't know who's looking.
Well, and that's one misconception. The market's always moving, 24/7, 365 days a year. Actually, as a seller, a lot of times in the wintertime, there's less competition.
Yeah.
So it's a better time to put your best foot forward with your home because there's still buyers out there still looking during those winter months.
Yeah, because life changes, situations
Life
change.
changes, absolutely.
How often does someone buy or sell a house? Does it just seem to be an average of every 10 to 20 years? Is that kind of the thought?
In Salem, Indiana here, we're probably above that, above the norm. People tend to stick in things. But, your younger couples are, and we want to put younger couples, first-time home buyers, in a better situation because typically they're going to stay within that first house maybe 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
Around this area in Southern Indiana, people tend to stick with what they are. And now with the interest rates being up a little bit, people are kind of hedging their bet and staying kind of where they're at this moment. But new homeowners, typically 3 to 5 years. So we want to set them up in a good position in their first home, so they have good equity going forward and a good position to sell at that point.
Absolutely, because life changes. Sometimes the kids are moving out and you're thinking, do I really want to take care of all this myself? Or what do we want to spend our time on? And maybe it is time to downsize. Maybe it is time maybe it's time for that pool in the barn that you've always wanted. So regardless, why do they need to choose the day company?
My father, when he founded our business in 1980, he always taught us to treat everybody like family and friends. And we really strive to do that. When you deal with the day company, you're only going to deal with one person. You don't have a transaction coordinator. You don't have an office assistant. You don't have a bunch of different people you're going to deal with. You're going to deal with that one agent throughout the entire process. So, you're going to get that one familiar face every day when you need something.
I love it. Well, definitely they need to reach out. Day company, you can find them on Google. You can also call, Facebook, smoke signals, whatever. They just need to get here.
Exactly. So daycompanyrealtors.com is our website. The office number is 812-883-5112. We're located here in beautiful Salem, Indiana, from 9 to 5 during the week. And of course, if you come to the office and we're not here, all of our real estate's a 24/7 business. So we're always here available for you morning, noon, and night.
Well, and you travel everywhere. So it's just Salem, it's southern Indiana. It doesn't matter. If you're wanting to buy or sell, move property, they can work with you. It can be in Seymour, it could be in Madison, it can be all over. So
Scott County,
Corydon,
Washington County, Harrison
Paoli,
County, Orange County.
Bedford. I don't know. We could probably just sit here and discuss cities, but doesn't matter where you're buying or selling from, but it does matter who you work with. Day Company Realtors, check them out. We'll be back right here. I'm Kelly Trask.
Hi, I'm Emery Jones, Career Education Coordinator at Prosser Career Education Center in New Albany. Are you ready to build your future? At Prosser, you'll explore 29 hands-on, high-wage programs, from aviation to culinary, welding to cybersecurity, all designed to launch real careers or college success. Prosser is located at 4202 Charlestown Road, New Albany, Indiana. Need help? Call our main office at 812-542-8508 or visit your school counselor today to learn more. Prosser, where your future begins.
I'm Kelly Trask here with you on Southern Indiana Now. We're talking about some of the sparks happening in Jackson County. Literally, I'm sure he hears a joke made with that word all the time. I know. Well, you're the one who come up with the word that's really easy to pun off of. So, what are we going to do? We're talking with Dan Robison with the Jackson County Chamber. Thanks so much for joining us. Exciting things happening just down the street. So let's talk about what's in the works, what's percolating, and how people can get involved.
Yeah. So we're in your downtown studio here, downtown Seymour, and we're doing a project a couple blocks away down at 2nd and Broadway. We've taken the old historical George's Tire Shop that we all grew up with, and we're making a state-of-the-art community co-working space there called Spark Shop. And we're super excited about the progress. We've got a new roof. We have a new floor in the space. They're building out the interior walls and things right now, and we hope to have it open this summer. That's projected date.
I love it. It's exciting. A lot of good things happening. But Dan, I know you probably had that idea way before you mentioned it to another soul. So I want to know, how long did that cop into your head until you made it a reality? Do you know?
Yeah, it was probably middle of 2023.
Okay.
The seed was kind of planted in my mind from a conversation that I had with a local business owner about our community and how we have a great community and we have so many people doing so many great things here, but we felt like there was a gap around supporting entrepreneurs and innovators and remote workers. And so that kind of planted the seed, and I started talking to my board of directors about it in early 24. Yeah. And now we're building a building.
I remember that conversation.
Yeah, you were there in that conversation.
Yep.
And so here we are. So, less than 3 years from kind of when that started to we'll actually have it open this summer. So
it's going to be great.
Yeah, we're excited. It's going to be a great place for entrepreneurs, innovators to come together, have space, share resources, but have community together. We're building a really cool building, but the cool thing about Spark Shop is what's going to take place inside of the building. And so we're just trying to create a space that will foster that community and collaboration for our community.
Yeah, I love it. Well, if someone has some questions about Spark, how they could just reserve time to work there if they'd like, if they want to see some different walls.
We're actually pre-selling memberships, so $100 a month will get you in the space 24/7. It's all remote access controlled. We'll have endless coffee there 24/7. So $100
that
a month.
alone is worth the $100.
It's worth $100 right there just to
Bring
have
your
coffee
own
every day.
flavorings. Yeah.
But we're actually doing pre-membership right now, so you can go to our website at sparkjacksoncounty.com and go to the Spark Shop link, and there's information there about memberships, and
Okay.
there's a link there you can kind of pre-sign up to be first in line. We're offering some really cool things for our founding members. You get a discounted rate for the first year. We're giving away a lifetime membership, which we estimate could be worth $20,000 to someone who's a founding member. And you get some cool swag and stuff too if you're a founding member.
I mean, if nothing else, do it for the swag.
Absolutely.
You know?
It's going to be some cool stuff.
Yeah, who doesn't want the merch? We all do.
Yeah, want the merch for sure.
For sure. All right, Spark, it's happening. Be part of it. Check out Spark Shop in Jackson County, or you can reach out to Dan at the Jackson County Chamber. Either way, get connected, and you will have a great place to, another just addition to live, work, and play here in Southern Indiana. We'll be back right here. I'm Kelly Trask. And that's a wrap for this episode of Southern Indiana Now. I want to remind you can get our show, southernindiananow.com, each and every week. We release new episodes every single week, and you can find them all the places that you can get your favorite podcast downloaded, as well as our YouTube channel, southernindiananow.com. If you would like to have a suggestion of somewhere we can check out, maybe some good lore, maybe some stories, people that you would like us to meet, we'd love to hear from you. You can send us an email at southernindiananow@gmail.com. We'll be back next week with a great episode lined up for you, doing a Think Prosser Career and Education Center. We'll be back here. Be here for it. I'm Kelly Trask.